What's going on, y'all? It's y'all boy G, aka Ginato Sensei. We back at it again with another episode, the second episode of the Growth podcast. Um, this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to make this video and want to make this podcast for a while. Got off to a good start on the podcast. I feel like it was a really good episode where we dove into why we do what we do. Um, and it's been a little bit of time since then, maybe a month, I don't know, maybe longer. But I want to make these videos a lot more frequent. I want to make these videos a thing. I want this podcast to be a thing. So, um, as you guys know, it's also, if you're watching on YouTube, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We just hit 290 subscribers. Appreciate y'all as always. And if you're listening to this on Anchor, on Spotify, what's good? We're building our community over there as well. So let's get right into it, man. So this episode of the Growth Podcast is gonna focus on the life of a smaller creator. So as y'all heard, I'm at 290 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not the biggest YouTube channel out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest podcast. We only have episode 2. I've tried to do a podcast before and it was a thing, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't fit what my channel was really about. And I feel like now that we center everything, you know what I'm saying, with the brand of growth, I can finally, do that and accomplish what we want to talk about, because everything we do, you know what I'm saying, it's about growth in whatever aspect of your life that you want to put it in. And if you don't know, you know what I'm saying, growth, it's not spelled traditionally. If y'all watch if y'all look at the thumbnail or look at the title of this podcast, it's GRWTH. You know what I'm saying? So it's an acronym. So let me break it down for you real quick if you don't know. So growth represents greatness requires will, time, and hard work. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we're striving to be great. We're growing to be great. Those are the things that we, are trying to achieve every single day, trying to be better than the day before. You know what I'm saying? So, with this podcast, I'm going to be highlighting, whether, something great happens for us specifically on this channel, in the work that we do, or things that I see out in the world, that I want to highlight and bring light to, because we have to, at least I think, we have to feed ourselves with positivity every day, to, counteract all the things that, we end up going through that we don't know is putting a weight on us, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's watching the news or, certain music that we end up listening to that day, or, just random things that can happen that you don't really know is affecting you, until it builds up, you know what I'm saying? So this podcast I want to use as a, light, or I don't know how to describe it, just an avenue, or just one small part of your day, of your week, where you can come in and get some encouragement, and ultimately grow with us, you know what I'm saying? So that's the intro. That's all I got for the intro of this. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying, like the podcast, love it, whatever is the thing for podcasts, I'm not too sure. Share it with your friends. I think this is going to be a good thing. And it's already been 4 minutes and we haven't gotten into the topic, so let's get right into it, man. So episode 2 is about the life of a small creator. So as a smaller creator on a platform, I mean that in the purest form possible, as just, you're not a big channel yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a big impact. I have videos that have done numbers, like, what I'm saying, I have people that have come to me in comment sections, and whether it was on this platform or another, that said that my videos have, or my content is inspiring to them and help them in some way, and my whole point in saying that is like you're never really a small creator, because at any moment, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you're just creating in general, as long as it's, you know, for a positive like energy and a positive push in the world, you're making a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want, you know, the title of this being a small creator to discourage you, or, you know, this is, I want this to be, you know, a healthy thing, a, you know, just a real perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, um, because we all, you know, we all doubt ourselves. We all, you know, have those little moments, but it's with, you know, videos like these, and, you know, content that we watch, music we listen to, um, things that we see, people in our lives that, you know, help us continue to go. Because the main thing is to never stop trying. That's the main thing that I want to get across in this video, is never stop trying. Whether, you know, it's on the channel that you made or another one, you know what I'm saying? Never stop creating, you know what I'm saying? Never stop, because once you do that, you know what I'm saying, then you truly have lost, you know, because you gave up. So, and even if you do, you know what I'm saying, give up, you can always start again, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's a continuous cycle, because we all sometimes have to take breaks. You know what I'm saying? When I was finishing up school, I had to take a break just so I could finish school, literally. Because if I didn't, you know, I probably wouldn't have made it. So, but now we back now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I have times where I'm like, I literally can't, you know, I literally just have one. You know what I'm saying? I was still uploading here and there, but, you know, I had to take a break from podcasting because I had to get myself right before I could come here and, you know, express what I've, you know, not only learned, but just really, you know, gave you guys the right full energy of, you know, what I'm trying to, you know, say to y'all. Because I don't want to come to y'all with, you know, in a negative space, even if it is, but just like I want it always to, you know, lead to a positive thing. So when I make a video, it's intentional, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming with a message. So yeah, so life as a small creator, you know what I'm saying, you don't get a lot of gratification all the time, but, you know, you got people that really, you know, support you, but then you also got the people that support you, but just support you so you support them, and you're just doing it, you know, out of I don't know what the word would be, but, you know, it's not genuine when it comes to, but they're quote unquote supporting you, you know, and it helps, but it always, you know, leads you back to like, oh, but once you know, I really like this, but check me out, like, you know what I'm saying, I really like this, you know, and like I've subscribed, and, you know what I'm saying, would you do the same for me, like sub for sub type thing, and they don't even sub. So it's so many, you know, different types of support, but the main thing that you got to keep at the center of it is that, you know, you are happy with what you're making. Because if you're not happy with what you're making, then you're not going to want to make it, you know what I'm saying? So, and that passion, that drive that, you know, people actually put on you and give to you, you know, it gets quote unquote wasted because you're not making the right things that make you who you are, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing to be mindful of, and don't, the numbers are always going to be the numbers, but, you know, the impact is can be everlasting, because once you put something out, it's there forever, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you could put something out right now, but it might not get picked up till 5 years later, you know what I'm saying? So don't ever count a video out. Don't you know, get discouraged when you put a video out and it don't do what you think it's going to do, you know what I'm saying? Keep putting the same energy you putting into every video, like your best self, you know what I'm saying? Like keep trying your best in each video, because you don't know which one is going to hit, you know what I'm saying? So if you got an idea and you're feeling it, and then you make it and you may not be feeling it, still put it out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all a process of you learning and how to make content. And that's the fan in the background. I'm gonna keep going because this is just a raw, podcast. This is a raw like thoughts and perspective. So I'm gonna just talk a little bit louder. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like what else? What else is there that I think guys should know if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or starting to stream or starting a clothing line, like or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? In the creative realm, make music, whatever. I think the main thing you should do is start as well. Because if you get paralyzed and thinking like, what if I'm not good at this? You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I've changed so many times into the person I am today, whether that's just literally my name or the logo I'm repping or whatever it is. Like, I'm constantly thinking of new ideas and wanting to implement them, and letting the old ideas go and trying just to find my way and find my lane that I want to pursue. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is to start and don't get paralyzed with fear, because you don't know what could come out of it. So you know what I'm saying? So just go into it with an open mind, and create what you want to create, and it's going to do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I think the last thing I want to talk about, because I don't want to make this video too long. This is a podcast, but since it's just me right now, hopefully I have other people in the future to do this with me. But I don't want to make this video too long. So I guess the last thing I want to address is how to deal with hate, and how to deal with and I say hate in just like air quotes, because like it's not to say it's non-existent, but because it's there, but it just you can't let it like eat at you. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see something, whether it's like I still remember like the first like real like hate comment that I got was on my first ever like mixtape, and it was Alonzo Ball mixtape, and it was after Alonzo actually retweeted it on Twitter, and got a whole bunch of retweets and likes, and everybody went to go watch the video. Got like 10,000 views in like a week. That was like the most I've ever seen on my channel up until that point, because I was just pretty much getting started. And like most of the comments were good. You know what I'm saying? People asked me how I did it and what I used and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. But I did get some comments. I'm like, who would make this? Like, you know what I'm saying? What type of idiot would do something like this and make a video about somebody that's in real life? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe because of the thumbnail they were expecting something else, maybe not, I don't know. But that's not my issue, because I didn't let that stop me from making the next one. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that I made it, because I thought Lonzo was a really good player, like, and I liked his game, and I thought he was dope, and he liked it himself, like, you know what I'm saying? Because this was before he was even in college. Like, this is like he was going into UCLA, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, he was an internet sensation, but it's nothing like it is now, you know what I'm saying? So he was still real active on Twitter and stuff like that, and that's how I sent it to him, or at least tagged him in it, and he saw it, you know what I'm saying? And it went crazy, so it's little things like that help you. And I'm not saying you need to get Lonzo Ball to comment or like or retweet one of your videos or pics or whatever, but it's just know what you're doing it for, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was dope and I made it. I was satisfied with it. When Lonzo retweeted, I wasn't expecting him to retweet it, you know what I'm saying? I thought the video was dope, but I was just like, I'm gonna just tag him, because you never know, you know what I'm saying? You never know if he will ever see it. You never know, like, you want people that's looking up him to see it, you know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing when I was doing that, so if I had took like those comments that I saw, because the video did not age well at all, you know what I'm saying? So the longer it was up, the longer or the more comments were like, what is this? Like, I can't believe this is what, this video is. This video sucks. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So like, what became my greatest triumph ended up becoming like, not my worst nightmare, but just like the thing that I was trying to chase, in the sense of like, okay, because that was like one of my first videos. I wasn't ready for all that, engagement, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I was stuck, in the sense of like, I was just like admiring the views going up, you know what I'm saying? So so I wasn't necessarily like happy with that video, just because I knew I could do better, in the sense of what I'm doing now. And just because I just, I like, that was the first one I ever made, you know what I'm saying? So obviously I'm gonna get better at it. But it became like the staple of like, all right, I just want to beat that video next. I want one of my videos to do better than that one. And it wasn't until almost like 5 years later that I've actually done that, you know what I'm saying, with my Star Wars reaction. That's my most highest viewed video now. So like, after breaking that, I felt so much better, because I feel like, that's not the bane of like my channel, you know what I'm saying? That's not like the most thing that people have seen from me, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had videos that, got thousands of views. I got videos that got hundreds. I got videos that got 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still in the stages of being a small creator. So those are the things you're going to go through. And you're going to see things that work for a certain period of time, and you're going to have to change your tactics and try new things. And some things are going to work, some things aren't, you know what I'm saying? That's just the nature of it. So you just got to keep going, you know what I'm saying? Keep growing. That's what the slogan is. Always keep growing, always keep going, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you like, really I guess stand the hate, because it's going to come. But it's going to make you stronger as a person at the same time. So just keep trying, keep going, you know what I'm saying? Keep developing, and don't quit. That's the main thing I want you guys to get from this, is just don't quit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate y'all. I wasn't trying to make this a long video. Not all the podcasts are going to be this long, I promise, but I had to get that off. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If y'all did, slap that like button for your boy, and subscribe, and follow the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Follow the podcast. Follow the Grwth podcast. We on IG. We on Spotify. We on Anchor. You know what I'm saying? And we on this YouTube channel. So follow us everywhere. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. It's been your boy G. Always keep going, and I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Peace.